Vasakronan is Sweden's largest real estate company. We have a portfolio of around 200 buildings in Sweden. And we are actually also, I think, on top 5 of the European real estate companies. And we are owned by 4 Swedish pension funds. So that's about the background. So my reason for wanting to be green is not actually because I'm angry, if you remember the Incredible Hulk, but I think there is actually other reasons for wanting to be green in the property market. This is maybe also a bit of an overlap because Josefina told you about these numbers. These are actually global numbers that I found in the GRI framework for the construction and real estate companies. And they are even higher if you put them in a European perspective. But I think if you want to be green in a company, this is not reasons enough because you really have to find the business case for being green. So 6 or 7 years ago, we started on a journey to deep green our company, or deep greening our company. And we wanted to really reduce our energy consumption. We wanted to become climate neutral. We wanted to realize 0 waste in our business and also reduce our water consumption, etc. So one of our first goals was to reduce our energy consumption down to 50% of the industry average in Sweden. And this is what we achieved in terms of that. The goal was set in 2008, and since then we have reduced our energy consumptions by 30%. And we are now around 47% below industry average in Sweden. And I also mentioned that we wanted to become climate neutral. And as a consequence of reducing our energy consumption and by shifting to renewable energy sources, we've reduced our carbon emissions by 97%. And we do have a small part left, but we compensate for those. So we are actually climate neutral since 2008, when we started to compensate for our remaining emissions. And another very important goal for us is to have a 100% certified portfolio, because we think that this is really important for our business. So we started this journey some years ago, and in the first years it was quite a struggle because it was difficult first to decide to go for one scheme. So we tried and tested some different schemes, and we started out in our development part of the business. But a few years ago, we also decided that we needed to certify all our existing buildings. So we started a program. We are now LEED certifying all our properties through a volume program. And we believe that in the end of 2014, we have reached 53% certified buildings. So to the business case, why is this important? And I will show you some numbers now. First, of course, if you reduce your energy, if you can reduce your amount of waste, if you reduce your water consumption, you save costs. And just to give you an example on how it could affect your energy bills, for the 3 last years, we have invested around 17 million euros in energy efficiency programs, and that has led to cost savings that are quite huge. Would someone like to guess how much it could be? 7 million in investments, and how much in yearly cost savings would that mean? Anyone? What do you think? 2 million. Nope. Higher, of course. More. No. Sorry, Miles. It's profitable, but not that profitable. So, no, it's 10 millions. So it's quite a good improvement, and as you can all calculate, it's really a very short payoff. But what is important when you're running a real estate business is not only the yearly savings that you can do, but also what kind of effect does it have on your values. So I don't know about the yields in Brussels or in Paris or London, but just to make it easy to calculate, if we would assume you have a yield of 5%, how much would that mean, Miles, in value increase? 20. Yes, that's right. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that you're awake. So you can see, if we would assume that these cost savings are long-term and for real and will exist for a long time, that would represent an increase in the value of 20 million, yes. And that is, of course, important. But we also have rents in a real estate company, which is important. And this is a picture of a small part of Stockholm. It's a development area. We see a lot of new developments and also some refurbishment projects. And would you like to take a guess on what the green dots are? Green buildings. Yes, that's right. Those are green buildings under construction or already constructed. It could be different schemes, but they are green buildings. And what could the red question mark be? That's right, Pete. Yes, you're the professor here. Yes, okay, you're right. And it happens to be our building as well, because it's not yet certified. So in the real estate market in Stockholm and in other cities in Sweden right now, you often see prospective tenants looking for premises, and they have certain requirements, of course. So they say, we want 2,500 square meters in the Västra Kungsholmen in Stockholm, which is the name of the area. And maybe they have some requirements on what type of premise it should be open, or rooms, or a lot of conference rooms or such things. And then they want a restaurant in the building, and they want the building to be close to a gym and close to public transportation. And since a few years ago, there is another requirement on the bottom of that list. And do you know what that is? What did you say, Miles? Yes, the building needs to be certified. So how many of those tenants do you think will come to us and have a look at our premises? No, James. No, that's exactly right, because they have to go to another 9 different buildings before they even consider coming to look at ours. So this is really important. And maybe it's not that you actually higher your rents by going green, but it's definitely a way of keeping your existing tenants and also being able to attract new ones. And my third example on how this have an effect on the profitability is in the transaction market. And I don't intend that you should read this, so I've highlighted the most important. So what do real estate agents usually put in the highlights or in the summary of a prospect? Rent, yes. And why do they put rent there? Yes. And what else do they put there? Other things that would be important for the buyer or for the price. So this is what they put in the highlights of the first one. It's an opportunity to invest in a sustainable landmark building in Gothenburg. And the other one is a top modern green building in the center of Stockholm. So this is actually something that real estate agents think is important when they market the buildings. And we are also a big buyer on the Swedish market. And since we have a goal of a portfolio of 100 certified buildings, we do set a price on a building that is certified or not certified, because we think it's important. And my fourth example, and now it's when I get the possibility to correct a professor. And that's so nice, because actually we have also done green bonds, and we were the first company, yes. I think it's 1 year and 2 days ago or something, today. We launched the world's first green corporate bond. In the same way Vornado did some months later. And this was because all our new investment is green, and they are also certified according to a green building scheme. And this gives us another way of making our business more profitable, because with the green bond, compared to the other bonds that we've issued before, we realized to get new buyers or new investors, and that's really important. So to conclude, greening your business when you're in the property market or real estate market, it can really affect your profitability by reducing your costs and having benefits in the occupier market and having benefits in the investment market, but also lately we see it on the capital market. So that's what I wanted to share today.